What's going on, everybody? I'm back at you guys with another album review video. And today we're looking at Job for a Cowboy's new album that came out in February. A little late on this one, but it is called Moon Healer. And this is the first time I have ever heard Job for a Cowboy. This is all new to me. I was shocked. I was thrilled. I was terrified. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, Beyond the Chemical Doorway is the title track. I believe it is. No, my bad. Moon Healer is. Okay. But anyway, I think this might have been the single that led up to the album's release. If not, my bad. But this kind of sounds like what you would release as the single. Um, and it's very cool. At the beginning of the song, there's like they have this sound of a jet taking off, it sounds like. And then yeah, so it kind of ramps up after that, and it has nice bleh, like bleh sound, typical of like hardcore and heavy metal and stuff, but a good bleh sound, very respectable bleh, and like choppy guitars and dissonant drums, like kind of making like a wall of sound, kind of like Billy Corgan and Smashing Pumpkins, kind of like a wall of guitars, and sounds very menacing, very cool. And there was some hardcore chugs mixed in there with shreddy licks. Um, this is definitely going to be a repeat listen for me. Um, yeah, I do like this song. This ended up on my top 5. The next song is Etched in Oblivion, and it very much had kind of like your typical metal drums, slightly death metal drums, like just like constant, like pounding you into the ground. And what I like about this album in general, because it keeps happening over and over again, it has some very nice bass guitar slaps to give it like a little funk feel. I love that. I guess that's kind of normal for metal. I don't know, that strike me as abnormal. Um, because I've heard of like Mudvayne and like that kind of bass guitar playing, but I don't know. I don't think I would expect a band like Job for a Cowboy to do that, but maybe they've done that their whole career. This is the first time I've heard of them, so this is just kind of giving you like a outsider perspective of it. But I like the bass slaps. Yeah, this adds some funk to this particular song, and yeah, and in my opinion, the guitars sound even better on the second track than the first track. And yeah, this one comes out hard. And there's a nice bridge that comes and into a nice drop as well. So this song also ended up in my top 5. Very cool. Next song is Grinding Wheels of Affinim. It's probably like a religious reference. Sounds like something from Asgard or something like that. To me, I'm a Marvel fan. So this song has some punishing drums, and there's another sick bleh into a drop into chunky riffs. So, yeah, this song is very good. It has a nice, cool, like unsettling, quiet bridge, and it leads into some more tasty bass lines. And this is a pretty long song. But it doesn't actually feel that long because there's just so much stuff, random stuff going on throughout this song. The song is kind of chaotic in a good way. Yeah, and at one point, like the riffs actually sound like there's a wheel that's spinning, so it, like kind of fits the title "Grinding Wheels." It's like kind of like the sound you would think of like at a carnival or something with a wheel. Yeah, it was cool. The next song is The Sun Gave Me Ashes, So I Saw Out the Moon. And interesting title. And it is very fast in the beginning. And This song probably has the craziest vocals of the album. Like very high pitched kind of screams into lower pitched screams at the same time. So it sounded pretty wacky and crazy. And the song actually has a chorus. What? So this song is really interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of normal for bands like Job for a Cowboy. They were like MySpace era, right? They found a way to still be melodic in a way and like have a kind of hook, even though they're not singing like clean vocals. Like they can still construct a chorus in a screamy song. Screamo. It's not screamo. I'm just joking. But yeah, pretty cool that there's like a chorus in the song. And there's a lot of like a little bit of classic metal guitar actually mixed into here, which is nice. A nice change of pace. Very cool. This song also ended up in my top 5. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4 songs in my top 5. Yeah, the first 4 songs ended up in my top 5. So pretty strong so far. The next song is Into the Crystalline Crypts. It has like a cool use of even more slapping bass, and it has a nice use of cymbals at the beginning. Crashing cymbals, not cymbals, but cymbals cymbals. Yeah, very very cool use of that. Very creepy sounding. And it actually towards the end actually sounded kind of epic sounding, like like movie track epics soundtrack sounding. Also had cool varying vocals. This had a lot of those light vocals I was talking about, the high pitched screaming vocals paired with the lower growl vocals. So pretty cool. Next song is A Sorrow-Filled Moon. There is a really nice solo, sinister solo at the beginning of this. And it's kind of more of a slower paced song compared to the rest of the album. And then it quickly picks up with like just eternal double kick and even more slapping of the bass. And yeah, keeps things interesting throughout the song, and then has a nice slow outro. So this one has slow intro, slow outro kind of feel. Pretty interesting. A little very different from the rest of the song, so keeps things interesting, keeps you tied in. The next song is The Agony Seeping Storm. This one's guitars are pretty gnarly and ripping, and there's even more of that awesome bass slapping that actually leads into a breakdown. So that, yeah, they silence everything, and then you hear the bass drum like the bass guitar being like ding 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 ding, and then it slaps after that. I thought that was kind of hilarious in a cool way, in a very cool way. Good job, bass player. Respect. So this song also ended up in my top 5. You just wouldn't expect that to lead to a drop, which is great. They're doing the unexpected. You just hear like a really tasty funk bass line into a drop. It's like, whoa, okay, cool. Didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. And then the last song is The Forever Rot. It's kind of has like a slower beginning, and then it's more of a churning, slow burn song. It has pretty cool vocal effects, giving the vocalist echoes. They didn't really use echoes throughout the rest of the album, but they use echoes on this song, on his voice. And in the middle of the song, it stops into a synth sounding guitar, then transitions into the second half of the song. This is also a longer song, by the way. Then the rest of the song, you're kind of in the second half, and then it really ramps up, and it's like much faster. And then it hits the third bridge, and it's kind of slower with clean guitar. And I kind of noticed this on this song. They had cool like Nirvana guitar effects that you would hear on Nevermind. I thought that was cool. Or just any, honestly, not just Nirvana, just any like grunge band back in the day, that kind of clean guitar effect that they would use. Like reverb effect. And then there's like a really like guitar virtuoso solo at the end of the song that would make basically any guitarist blush. I mean, it's typical of this kind of band to do that. So, yeah. So my top 5 ended up being the first 4 and the Agony Sleeping Storm in no particular order. So this album was very impressive to me, and it made me a fan of this band now. So that is awesome. I'll have to look into their older stuff, their MySpace era stuff. I was too young for the MySpace era, but I think this is where Job for a Cowboy really hit it off with their popularity. So I'm going to give this album it's kind of difficult. I'm trying to think. I don't think I would skip any tracks. There's no skips. Probably could have used one more song though, one more quick song just to round it out, because 8 is kind of a lower number. But I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Sorry, that was a lot of deliberation. Deliberation. I hadn't really thought about it. A 9 out of 10. It is very good. Go check out this album. It's been out for a little bit, a month and a half. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one.